Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the New York Giants. To kick off, here's Ryan Stonehouse. And away we go from East Rutherford. Calvin Austin on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
Already know I got shit on go. Money calling, gotta go. You gotta go if you play or you troll.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Dart starting with a pass here. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
His charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Cougar 19. 70 range.
With the gun this time, here's Dart. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Tracy on 1st and goal. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who've got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Law sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Dart. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, New York. The Giants start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Just like they drew it up in practice this week, partner, and the exact start they wanted to have in this game.
That's 100%. That's why you script and you go over these plays ahead of time. Can't you know this? All those amazing essays you wrote at Cal. That start to that paper was so important. It set the tone for the rest of it.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10.
Set. Let's go.
Herbert now off the play fake. Downfield finds Lambert Smith. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Ram. Lady, route. Hey, easy. Go forward. Moment to try. Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Goes to the hurry up here. And send a receiver left.
Ready.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Fits it through the middle. He's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Baylor Tiger. Hey, go Lion. Baylor Tiger.
Back to the air, Herbert. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. On the return, here comes Austin. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard
line. Giants lining things up. 1st and 10. Darts out of the shotgun. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And they can't connect on the deep low. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. Darts looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. He's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot.
Driving forward, it's Scatteroo. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Junior Coulson bringing an end to that play.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Going play action with Darts. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On the handoff, here's Scatterboo. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug of war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Ready! Hawks, 19 Lions!
Dark from the pistol. He's going deep this time. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Derwin James picks it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it's intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Mitchell up the middle. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on a quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Throwing on first is Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it's 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Go.
2nd and 10. Herbert trying again. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Well, I can say this definitively. That is not the way you think your defense is giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. You got away with one.
Avoided one crisis on the dropped pick. Now they're facing another, 3rd and long. Mitchell takes it straight ahead. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
5-9. Let's go.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. He connects downfield. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. What a play on 4th down. Give him the first after a gain of 27.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Delta to Hunt. Taylor tight. 12. Go.
Throwing now, Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not that the standard they set for themselves.
From the 40, here comes 2nd and 10.
Black 80. Black. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Go.
Hyatt going in motion right.
Set.
Herbert from the gun. Catch is made down the right sideline. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd and 10 now. Here's Dart. Screen here for Scannaboo. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Cowboy 80. 19, Tiger, 19. Take off.
And Scannaboo on 3rd. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Exactly 2 minutes to play in half number 1. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side.
Okay, ready.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Set. Go.
Now Dart. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 60.
All set now, 1st and 10.
And the Giants, 1st down.
In with Scannaboo. And they finally stop him, but not before he picked up 7 on that first down run. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
The
2nd.
play fake. He'll throw. This is Cox. That's Slayton. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action.
Let's go now.
Going with Scannaboo here on the ground. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Second and goal now, 5 yards more difficult following that penalty.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Your game to win, offense. Ready?
From the gun, here's Dart. And he has the New York touchdown. The Giants earn the chance to tie before halftime. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants tie things up at 14.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Go. Hey, go Lion. Go.
Herbert back to throw. Catch made by Keaton Mitchell. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. 1st and 10, Herbert. Fits it through the middle. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
First down, Chargers.
Mitchell on the give, headed left. And he will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So with only a single second remaining, they're going to try a field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Short pass brought in. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield stripe. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-out completion that nets them a first down.
Herbert on first down. Has it downfield working left. No yak this time. They got on him quickly down at the 32-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from the 32. Here's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. He takes this down to the 24-yard line. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
That field goal unit is still on the sidelines. They are going for this. Mitchell gets it from the gun. And this isn't going anywhere good. He's caught well behind that line of scrimmage, and they're going to be sent off after the turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
On first down, this is Scatterbury. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. I'm a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, set. Half the 60. 60 by 6.
Going right back to Scatterbury. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, spots at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings it 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. Looking to throw. Throw caught by his running back. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chain! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
Here we go, here we go. 19, Tiger, 19, go.
Here's Scatterbury. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 45.
Play action with Darts. Pressure's there, and he goes down again. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this third down.
18 Cardinal, 18, 65, 60.
Here he goes, third and long. Has a man on target to Johnson. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
On first down, here's Darts. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
It sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scattaboo. Remaining 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready? Panthers, 60 by 6. 60 by 6.
Scattaboo now on the gun. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's now 3rd and 4.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Going on 3rd, here's Darts. Pulled in by his back, Scattaboo. And into the end zone, touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. Puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Giants take a 4-point lead.
Chargers 17. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. It does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Herbert from the gun. Hits his tight end on the corner route. Now here he goes, down the right sideline. He makes it in for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a fourth-quarter lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olson would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Go play action. Here's Dart. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Darts out of the shotgun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. There to the 45. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first. Offense in the hurry up here. Now it's Scatterboo. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Quick one to the outside by Dart. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate. It turns into a nice game.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. He's got it near the 10. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Working inside the red zone. Forced out to his right. And Johnson once more. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
It's Scatterboo on 2nd down. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Giants take a 4th-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
I'm a rookie and a vet. Shout out to the I holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Chargers all set to send it away. On return, here comes Davis. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Chargers getting set. First and 10. Play action now for Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL case before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Chargers losing by 4. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Set. 380. You're out. Set.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
The Chargers first down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Hey, ram. Hey, Ray. Hey, you go Dorn.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Setting up to pass. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he is finally out of bounds as he takes it all the way down to the 20. 35 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
You know, Kid, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. He'll look to throw it. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Ball still on that 20. It's second and 10. Back to throw. Cut near the goal line. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers jump in front late. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. He finds Slayton on the slant. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Well, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Nick Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Went way outside there trying to work that sideline, Brock, but by the time the ball had arrived, well, the defender had to knock that ball out.
I think you see my reaction in the booth every time
I do.
We see that throw, because I can close my eyes and remember the terror that I felt as a quarterback when you let that ball go and you're throwing it all the way to the boundary. There's some risk reward, and that time, well, there was no regret.
And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Rocco 80.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, can sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
This is caught. That's Slayton. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
From the red zone now. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on 1st down, Brock. Don't come away with any points just yet. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed, because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and you couldn't do it.
This is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away. That brings up 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got 1 hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here he is to throw. Chased out to his right. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And, Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
And he didn't get it. Oh, the kick is no good. That leaves the door open for a field goal now to tie this game.
Sanders set to kick off.
So after the missed extra point, he's still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. He fields it from the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete out to the right. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. In motion a receiver left. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Slot man's in motion right. Throwing on first is Herbert. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10, still at the 28. Now Herbert again. Trying to push deep downfield. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. This is biggest moment of the game so far. An important field goal try here. Here's the timeout as expected. Just 1 second on the clock. A 3-point difference and overtime possibly on the way. The Chargers selecting to try for the field goal. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. The kick is good. He got it. And in the final moments, they force overtime. That's going to do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. And in overtime here, Brock, I know you love this one. A touchdown, no longer an instant victory. No matter the outcome of that opening series, the other side gets the football with a chance to then tie or win it. And if we're tied after those 2 drives, we'll play on until there's another score or time expires.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
It's a new look to NFL overtime. Let's see how this plays out as we get underway with some bonus football. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
play, bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Set. Kappa. Set.
First throw of overtime. Finds him over the middle. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done. Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Chance to take the lead and set themselves up for a win. Gotta make this count as they come up on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. Second down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First drive of OT is on the ropes, Brock. It's 3rd and 5.
Baylor Tiger. Delta. Go.
This is Mitchell. And there's the stop after he drives this down to the 13. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. All right, so an important landmark crossed on that play. They're inside the red zone now, partner. Now, new overtime rules mean they can't win it with a touchdown, but more times than not, a touchdown does ensure they don't lose it on the next series either.
Yeah, and you do all this work, all this heavy lifting to get into the red zone, it's got to be a touchdown, and that's all you're thinking offensively. You are not going to feel good coming off the field if you got to settle for 3.
A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
380. Set.
Mitchell on the carry. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal.
Set.
To the air this time. Herbert. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, L.A. The Chargers go up by 6. A second touchdown through the air for him, Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Well, in past years, this game would have been over on that score, but starting this year, their opponents get to respond as we are back underway.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Now it's his turn in overtime. Oh, big interception here. And the Chargers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
They battled each other all game long, Brock, but the coverage, some of the couple of surprises up their sleeve for this QB, stealing possession there with the pick.
And there's always a look or two, Kate, that doesn't get used much during the game, a way to disguise the coverage and trick those QB's eyes into seeing something that wasn't there. What better spot to break that out than right now in overtime? Right here, right now, like Van Halen used to say.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Chargers as we say so long from New York.